pop on, say hello. Tell me hello when you pop on. And we're going to do something really fun tonight. I'm super excited about this. And this is all from the Dollar Tree, okay? Well, I take it back. These were $1 from Target, but everything else from the Dollar Tree, including my rice, okay? We're going to make some gnomes, and it's going to be so stinking fun and cute. Okay, so I have a sock, and I am going to cut it kind of right at the heel, just like that, okay? And, oh, that left a lot of black fuzzies everywhere. Okay, so next we're going to fill it with rice. And it's kind of a good idea to have something you can hold it over because the rice can go places. Okay. And then what you have to do is you have to shake it down. Get it down in there, kind of. And here's where you can decide how big or how small you want your gnome to be. And you could even use baby socks if you wanted a little baby gnome, but I actually have another way to make a smaller gnome. So we'll keep getting that rice down in there and keep stuffing it. You could use regular stuffing. The thing about the rice that's nice is it's inexpensive for one thing, and it also is weighted, and so that really helps. Now if you're worried about little weevils or whatever they are that can be in there, you can freeze it for a week. All right, a little more. I'm going to make this a big fat gnome. Okay, I think that's good. All right, so now we're just going to push that down. And I have a hair tie, the little tiny rubber bands. And I'm going to start with that, just wrapping it around. Then, just for safekeeping or for extra measure, I'm going to tie some string around it. Just a small amount of string here. If I can find the end piece. And that will just make sure we're good to go. Now, if I used a white sock, I could, which I should do another one in white so I can show you the two different ways you can do a nose. So, I'll get that tied off there. Okay, and the other nice thing is you can really move this around to where you want it. I'm going to grab my white sock real quick. Sorry. But I want to show you two different ways that you can make a nose. So we're going to kind of do two at once. All right, so we're going to go back and we're going to do this sock, again, from the dollar store. I'm cutting it at the heel and then filling it up with rice. And so I'm going to show you two different ways that you can make the nose for the gnome. There's so many ways you can make gnomes. It's really fun. Okay. Oops. Got it outside of my pan here. Okay, we'll call that good. Well, we may or may not, depending, because it really does kind of tap down. Let's put a little more in here. All right, so if you're scrolling by, gnomes are on the agenda for the night. So be sure and say hello. Okay, once again, going to take, and oh, I just popped that one. I think I need to cut this down a little bit so I don't have so much to go over. I just popped that rubber band. So first I'm taking a rubber band and putting it around, but then for safe measure, I'm also taking a string and tying it. That way we know we're in good shape. Okay. All right, so for gnome number, let's start with this one again. Okay, so this one, I'm going to keep his body black, just like it is. And for heaven's sakes, I forgot my fur. I promise, it's right here. Fur is the most important part of a gnome. And I went off without it. Can you believe it? Okay. So for this guy, I don't really need to do any extra thing. I'm just going to cut the fur and we're going to, this seems kind of short. Maybe I'll use that for him. So you can get fur at any of the craft stores. It's a bit messy. Okay, that's not much longer. This one's good. Okay. So I just cut a little rectangle is what I cut. And then I think that looks pretty good actually. What I'm going to do is I am going to just put some hot glue. Got my amazing hot glue gun here. And I put that on and around. And I'm kind of scrunching it a little bit so that it's not stretched taut at the top. It's actually kind of gathering a little bit. Okay. So, and then you can mess with it. Sometimes I like to round the corners a bit. But this is where personal preference can just totally come in. But I like having the beard rounded. Okay. Get your little body there. Again, from the Dollar Tree, these little mini hats that are birthday hats. And cut the string off. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to take, and I'm going to measure a bit how far up I want it to go. I'm going to put this sock on here, and I actually am putting the cuff part kind of up in there. So just play with it till you get it positioned the right way. Okay, and then I can see where I need to trim it. Kind of stuck there. Okay, so we're going to trim right across here. So you can get multiple gnomes and hats out of socks depending on the size. So now again, I'm taking a rubber band and just doing that on the top. I'm making sure that the point is right there. See how that works? Okay, then we're going to set this down. So here, I'm actually first going to glue some of this sock to the edge of the hat on the inside. Okay, and then I'm going to take the glue and put it all around inside the rim here. And then there's no seam since this is a sock, so I just put that on there like that. Looky there. Okay, then for his nose, I have one of these half beads, and I'm going to drop that with hot glue on me. Let me get that. Glad I didn't try to catch that. And there is gnome number 1. Ta-da! He needs a lint brush, but look how cute that is. With 2 socks, some fur, a little wooden nose, and the rice. Okay, let me show you how you can do it with this guy. So with this guy, let me move him out of the way. And see how he's tilted back? You can totally, based on moving the rice around, you can make him stand taller and more straight up. So you can maneuver that around. Okay, so on this guy, we're actually going to make his nose out of the sock. So I'm actually pinching up and pulling up this little nose. And this is why you need a white sock to do the beginning. Okay, let me show this camera the nose. See how he's got his little nose there? And then let me show this camera. See his nose there? I'm going to make it a little more prominent because I'm actually going to take a little bit of blush and we're going to give him a little pink nose. Okay, so there is his nose. Next, we're going to do his body. And what do we want to do? Do we want to make him, we want to make him different than that one. Let's use this sock. So this is one of the Dollar Tree socks. And I'm going to cut it there. And this is what we're gonna slip it over. Hi, Sandy. We're gonna slip it over his body. And pull it up around his nose there. So we're going to just maneuver this a little bit. Can you see how I pulled it and stretched it so his nose is underneath there? And then I'm going to take some glue. I think I'll grab my glue finger. And so I'm pressing that down there. Then we'll take another little bit of glue here and pull this side over. And this is a fun sock because it's got the black on the heel. Okay, then you can pull it up on the back side a bit as well. That doesn't have to be perfect because the hat is going to be covering that part. Okay, next we need our beard. Let's see. Let's use a piece here. And you want to cut out a little tiny rectangle right in the middle at the top for the nose. And you might have to see how deep it needs to be as you're going. So I'm going to trim a little bit more. You know, I definitely wore the wrong thing. I'm in black and it is going to be fully a mess. Okay, so now I'm going to secure his beard underneath his nose. And I totally saw this somewhere online. I cannot take credit for this design. I wish I could remember. Okay. And again, some of that top is going to be covered with his hat. And again, I like a rounded beard. You could make a pointed beard. You could make it square. Just by giving it a trim. Kind of like this one being a little more pointy. Okay, so there we go with that. Now we'll do his hat again. Again, I'm taking these little birthday party hats that I got from the Dollar Tree. Now I'm going to take one of the black socks to use as a hat for this one. So I'm going to put it on, pull it up so it covers that up, and then try and get that center of the point in the center of the sock. Figure out just about 1/2 inch higher is where you want to trim, and then take your little rubber band and flip it around. Ooh, I broke it. I broke it. These little ones are tricky. Now, I'm going to do some fun stuff after I get these two guys made, so don't go anywhere. I'm going to show you how to make cobwebs with your hot glue gun. It's so fun. It's a little addicting. It's hard to know when to stop. Okay, there we go. So again, I'm going to put some glue under the rim and push this down a little bit. Okay, and then I need to make sure his beard comes up all the way. So I'm going to have to make some adjustments here and pull this beard up a bit. Make sure it's going to be under the hat. You don't want it just straight across unless your hat is quite a bit bigger. So see, I don't know if you could tell how I pulled that up. Okay, make sure that's staying there. And then now, and the other thing you want to make sure of is that you get the nose up underneath the hat. So I'm putting a liberal amount of glue here on the inside rim to Don't have to worry about front or back because it's seamless. And again, because I'm working with him like this, he's leaning back. Make sure that gets stayed on there. And you can do other fun things with the top. You can just leave it like this. You also can put a little pom-pom up there. I have a little, it's not a very big one. It would be better if it was bigger, but got a little pom-pom to stick there. Okay, let me move some of my fuzz over. And sometimes you have to go back in and glue a little bit more. Make sure it's all secured down. Let me show you the two noses here, over here on this. So this guy needs a little more glue up under here. Thank you. Okay, so here's the two guys. This one has a wooden nose, and this one I made the nose by pulling the sock. Okay, let me show this camera view here. Okay, and now I'm going to switch views for you guys here so you can see. So again, dependent on how you move that. So here he's got a beard that's kind of going straight across. This one's got one like that. And then you can do other fun things. So like I have some little plastic spider rings and little plastic bat ring. So we can glue some of those on. The black obviously won't show up on the black. So we'll put a little bat on this guy. And we'll put the orange spider on this one. And what else do I have? I kind of like that. I can't quite get his hat fully down there. Then the other thing you can do is you could wrap material around or just any number of things. But I want you to watch this. This is so fun. Well, actually, wait, hold on. We're going to do one more thing. I want to show you how with that same sock that I used for this guy, it has a jack-o'-lantern. And I'm going to trim just above the heel. And I hope I'm not out of, I am a little bit out of rubber bands. But what I can do is I'm going to turn it inside out. And then if I had enough rubber bands, I've only got one more, so we'll do string at the top. Actually, I'm going to do string both places because I don't want this to leak out. So you're going to put a little rubber band at the bottom and tie a string as tight across there as you can. And you don't even need to have to trim it. You can trim it a little if you want. And then we're going to flip it right back out. And we're going to take our rice. We'll see if we have enough here. And we're going to fill this up with rice. And this would be a cute little thing to set next to one of your gnomes. You could use this. Okay, let's see how skilled I am. Try not to get rice everywhere. Okay, almost. We're going to use all of it. Okay. So now, again, you're just going to tap it down. And we're going to tie across the top too. And if you had some orange embroidery thread, that'd be great. But really, you don't see this. You're going to see the little tails of it, but not too much. And so now you've got a little jack-o'-lantern with the rest of the sock. Here's one that's bigger, that has a lot more rice in it. But both of these were the heel of the pumpkin, or of the gnome, rather. Okay, so now let me show you a really fun way. We're going to do it on this guy, to make cobwebs. This is so fun. So you need 2 pieces of styrofoam. Again, I got this at the dollar. Oh, I'm out of glue. But I think I have some. Yes, I do have glue sticks right here. Not to worry. And then you're going to take it and you pull it apart. Can you see those strings? And it looks like cobwebs. I don't know that I want cobwebs in his beard. I just really want them on his hat. So I'm going to lay him down. Again, just pulling that apart and letting all those glues. It's the only time that glue strings are fun and not a pain in the bahootie. Oh, that is so cute. Again, I don't really want it on his. I might take too much off. And you can do it several times. Like, then you can wrap it. Ooh, spooky. I'm not really big into Halloween decor, but having these spider webs makes me want to be. And so that's perfect with the spider web. And if you don't like some, you can always pull them off. Let's see. That's not working so great. You just play with it to make it thin. Like I said, this is addicting. I can't get them just how I want them. Okay, I'm pretty much out. And so once it gets really on there, you can kind of peel some of it off if you need to. All right, let's see if I can get this just how I want it to be. I think you need to lay down, Mr. Gnome. It's too hot here. There we go. There we go. That's good. Oh, perfect. And we'll swing those around. Ta-da! Can you see his cobwebs? I don't know if you can see them. So cute. Okay, let's make some cobwebs for this guy. Again, I think I just want them mostly on his hat. Let's see if there's still, oh yeah, we still got some cobweb action going with this. Wrap it around. But oh my goodness, I wish I had a little haunted house thing so that I could put cobwebs on it. Ta-da! Ooh, that one looks really good. Wrap it around. And there he has some. So super cute, super fun little gnomes with their little jack-o'-lantern. And you can also get these little cauldrons. This was full of candy corn, not gonna lie. I don't really even like candy corn, but look how cute that is. Sitting next to his little, so you can make a cute little vignette. Super fun. I can't wait to make Christmas gnomes. Now I have one other way to make some gnomes that I'll show you another time. And but this is fun for tonight, don't you think? Give me some thumbs up if you like them. Da, da, da. So cute. I think I'm going to have to take supplies to make these at my granddaughter's. So cute. Okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed.